How you guys doing? Welcome back. Today is Wednesday, 8/25/2021. Welcome to SWINGCAST episode 148. Let's do another giveaway, baby. So the winner was number 33 of the 45 who commented, Gregory Lucan. You have won. Please comment down below your Venmo. I will send you $10 directly, and I'll do it again today. So if you want a chance to win $10, no strings attached, I'm literally just going to Venmo him when he either messages me on Discord, if he adds me on Discord, or his comments below, this is my Venmo, I got you. I'm going to send him $10 just for commenting, liking, subscribing to the video. Today's question is, if you had $25,000 to put into one stock, what would it be? So below, comment that, or just comment in general, and if you win, I did a random number generator, and I could even show you just in case you don't believe me. There's the random number generator, is number 33. So the 33rd comment got that, they're good to go. That was Gregory Lucan. If you're new here, welcome. We're gonna talk about technical analysis, supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, vortex, stochastic, and RSI. The 10th thing of that 9 being love and sarcasm. Stupid. So we have 8 great picks today for you. Go through each of them really quick, why I like them, what's great about them. If you enjoy this kind of content, the rapid fire, absolutely no BS. That's fantastic. Subscribe, see what you like about it, no big deal. Otherwise, I want to get right into it. Number 148, y'all. Let's try these bangers of a play. Let's get into it. So first is AMGN. As we can see, we have a support right here. That's our white line. Our orange line is going to be the resistance. Our dotted orange is the resistance trend. Our golden trend line here is the supporting one. We do have a long-term one coming into play as well. And then these two lines here is where 70% of volume happens. This is where the top volume happens. I don't have the time now to cover volume profile, but watch, boom, this video here. Watch that, 10-15 minutes, and bing, bang, boom. You'll thank me later and have a whole new tool to add to your tool belt. AMGN's a simple support play. Once, twice, 3 times, hopefully going to be good here. Quick reversals, which I like. The 10-year chart, which I do check. Look at this chart. It's been going up, 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 up. And it's been very consistent in getting towards where this trend line is. If I go extend left here real quick, we can see it consistently use this area as a possible bounce. We're getting there again. Couple that with a nice falling wedge here, 30-day chart. I do switch time frames sometimes. We can see this resistance trend line once, twice, 3 times. My rule for trend lines, any one of you idiots, any one of me idiots can draw any line from point A to point B. A true trend line for great technical analysis is point A, B to C. We have that here. We break above that, it's off to the races. If you didn't know that, subscribe. More nuggets for you later too. AMGN's great support, great trend, and a beautiful pattern. Again, the risk here breaks down 2%. A move just to get a higher high is almost 4%. 2-to-1 play, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's check the indicators. What's super cool about my channels, I actually don't scan with indicators on. No EMA crosses, no VWAPs going too high, too low. Absolutely nothing like that. There's no RSI or 30 scans, nothing. It's all off of price action. My indicators will show me 4 things. Trend, momentum, volume, volatility. Most catalysts y'all day traders go for give you volume and volatility. So the RSI, stochastic, vortex, EMA lines show me those 4 things. They're going to support or stop me from entering. I've not looked at these live at all. So if you're new here, you'll see what a veteran trader sees as indicators live. Let's check them out. AMGN's go signal can be over the 10. If you want to wait for some form of life, because again, this is this is between support and resistance, you probably want to get in closer to 219. But if you do see some life and you cross over the 10, that can be a great go signal, and you can then have a stop loss beneath the candle that goes over it, or you can wait for the 50 cross. That 50 cross will be your definite go signal. But for value, yeah, 220 at 219, we're getting there. RSI underneath 30, it's a fantastic deal. Stochastic is low, no true divergence yet, but that's still a good spot to be. You know, lower lows, lower highs, it all checks out. Vortex, bulls low, bears high, that shows value. That's what we see in the chart. AMGN has a fantastic value. I have high hopes, and I'm pretty confident if you do your due diligence. The price target is high up there for sure. Great long-term hold, great swing trade. If we see some life tomorrow, play that cross. If there's a red day, you're just getting a better offer because $2-3 lower. It's still in pattern. AMGN, watch list it. Let's see what it does. Next is Comstock Resource Inc. Anyone who likes my channel since November, December knows I just love Comstock. PSNL back then. We also had Surf, which is also popping off now. CRK is a absolute banger of a stock. It has higher lows across the board. It's showing some life. Your best value is a red day tomorrow. Give me 3% off to come down to 520. But this resistance is strong. Look at this. Strong. Gap. Strong. Gap. Gap. It gaps over this resistance a bunch. If we clear this tomorrow on a green day, easily can see a 10% run to the POC at least. CRK, great for a momentum play to cross over the resistance, or if tomorrow's red, let it come down to us. This is a fantastic play again because you have options. If tomorrow's a red day, baby, just wait. Let it come to you. If it's a green day, give it the first 2 hours, let it cross that resistance, hold that candle, and then you can enter with very low risk with that resistance area being your stop loss. Chef Boyardee swing special. Love it. Let's check the indicators. We can see it just, it just crossed over the 10 EMA line. A small term go signal, crosses life. And once you cross that 50, it's over. So if you want to wait for this to cross with the resistance, that's fine. But again, that 10 could be a good stop loss area. That's fantastic. RSI is fair. Overbought, but again, it does do this. See how in big rumps it kind of muddles around towards the top here. So not overly concerned. It could be lower. I mean, you would have wanted to buy a few days ago perfectly. But this is not terrible. Bulls just crossed. We have to see life continue. If not, we're going to come back down and retest that trend line. I think CRK has huge potential for a momentum play if this market continues. But also, it does have a great value if it does dip. It'll hold pattern. It'll hold shape. CRK watchlist it. What an absolute treat of a snack right there. Fantastic. Next is Flex. Short it. Die. Flex needs to die. This is a fantastic resistance. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been holding. This resistance trend has been holding. You have both right here. If we flip this play, it'd be a great going long signal. Again, risk what? 2, 3% at most. A full knockdown is almost 8. That's a 4-to-1 to see it go all the way down, which it should at least hit the volume profile line. I mean, 17 to 18 is a good 6%. 3-to-1 play. Again, I want to go longer on Flex. The price starts at 23, 24 bucks. If we can see it come down to 17, even if it dips down to maybe even like 16, right? Let it dip, ride that short down, buy in lower, go right back up like we did with ENLC the other week. This is a great shorting opportunity for sure. Let's see if the EMA lines show us anything. So the issue here is that we're properly stacked. Proper stack means it's price, your smallest EMA line, medium, biggest. For me, it's price 10, 50, 200. This is where you have your best runs. But when you cross under that 10, it's a wrap. It's over. So if we can see here, this is your best value. So you want to have a good short off of a value that's too high, go here. You want to wait for it to cross under the 10, then short, also a fine choice. Both will be here, but I think it's a great value. But be careful, if it does break the resistance, just get out. You can start shorting probably closer to maybe 1960 if you wanted to, but I think right here is a good spot. It's almost overbought, stochastic's overbought. Bulls are high. You may see a small push, maybe another 20 points higher. Bears are low. Flip that for a short, it's perfect. FLEX Flex is primed for a beautiful, beautiful short. I want to go long eventually, but for now, let's kill it. Get it down. FLXE, I'd short the shit out of that for sure, and I like what it shows. It's a good pick for a good short. Watchlist it. Next is OCUL Therapeutics with a K or with an X. They want to be fancy, like graffiti people in the streets having words misspelled up, on purpose. Good joke, stupid. OCUL is a gorgeous, gorgeous breakout play. Again, we don't have pure value. That's totally fine. On a smaller time frame, we can see it's building up some kind of trend here, which I do like. So I think we have some nice higher lows, and this resistance break is going to be your go signal. It does go sideways for a while, takes off, and then dies. Again, worst case, watchlist it. If you don't like it here, let it come down to you, but I think it has breakout potential. OCUL, we'll check the EMA lines. If you can get, I think the price target's 20 or so. You get in here, it breaks out, you can hold this for the next few months, even a year, and be absolutely ecstatic. I think it could come down lower to 930. If tomorrow's a red day, let it come to us lower. But again, I think here, I want to put in guys' radar for a crossover or a value. Let's check the indicators. I'm sure the, there we go. Right here. If we have price, you can see my cat staring at me. If we have price break the 50 here, isn't that right? If we break that 50 gremlin, we can keep going higher. So if we break this 50, that's a go signal. Day trade it, swing trade it, stop loss around 1040. Let that bad boy rip because that'll be properly stacked in the shorter time frames, and hopefully we get one of these. Boom, crossover. So when you do get that cross, that's gonna be absolutely gorgeous for a momentum play. If it dies, let it come down to 950 buy in there. RSI, it's fair, stochastic's fair, and we're consolidating, but bulls have to continue. Bulls have a good history of breaking and holding for about 2 or 3 weeks. We need to see some life, retest, take off. OCUL will not be the play for everybody. I think it's really good lower or a tad bit higher. This again gives you opportunities with the market consolidating sideways. If we have a big move either way, you can act upon that. OCUL, love it for the future. Great play or great watch list. Awesome play. Next is RYN, Ryan. Once, twice, 3 times. That's the 3 times I'm talking about. And then, of course, we're getting towards value. I think support would be a fair choice to be maybe a little bit lower, right about there. You know, old resistances, this support here. You can come down maybe a bit farther to 35.40 for a great support play, but this is a nice horizontal triangle forming. It may be, you know, I may be a little bit bold here. Maybe we're looking more towards a play like this. It may be coming down just a bit farther with these 3 trend lines here. Let it come down to us. But again, we have obvious value from 35 to 35.50. Let's see what it does. If it does come down maybe 35.39, get a breakout, you can have an easy 3-to-1, 4-to-1 kind of play. I like that setup a lot. Let's check the indicators. That 200 is a beautiful support. Bounce, 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 bounce. We have obvious value. Look at the email lines though. Where are they pointed? Slightly down, but sideways. Sideways, slightly down. I'm going to take that into consideration. EMA line should be used for trend and of course maybe support here. Due to the 200 EMA line going sideways, the big one's going sideways, I'm going to put more emphasis now into the horizontal support over the trend line because the trend line is going up. The EMA line trends are not showing up, they're showing sideways. So I'm going to put more emphasis into the horizontal support here. If you didn't know how to use that before, again, a nice nugget, consider subscribing. So we have a nice support plan putting more emphasis in because again, when we're going up like this, yeah, the trend line says you're going up, but now that they're all going sideways, I'm putting more emphasis into the support line here. So we may come down a little bit farther, right about here. I'll be fine breaking, so I want to go sideways because the EMA lines show sideways. What a tip. Love it. RSI is low, beautiful. Stochastics low, beautiful. Bulls are low, beautiful. Bears are high, gorgeous. RYN hits every single solitaire thing you want to see. I would say a bit lower, especially if tomorrow's red. Give me a little bit of a discount. But that's a fantastic looking play. Watch this tip. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Next is STX, Sticks Seagate Technology. Once, twice, 3 times it broke, but it's a Wix, not overly concerned, and its earnings for its holding. Beautiful trend line down. Awesome support. This is a beautiful horizontal triangle in the making, I'm sure. Now, this is another tip. If the EMA lines are sideways and they're between 90 and 88, and between this gap here, this will also show consolidation, which will also show the triangle's true. I've not checked. If that checks out, I'm going to be not surprised, but also that's a great tip for you. By the way, when horizontal triangles are doing one of these bad boys, I guess it'd be this way for the camera, doing one of these like that, and the EMA lines come and they're going sideways into it. That's funny. They're going sideways into it. That shows consolidation and reinforces the triangle itself. So we have a great value. It's showing a little bit of life here, but again, beautiful value. Let's check the indicators. Boy, who knew? They're in between 89 and 87. Like I said, 90 to 88. They're right. These 2 main ones are in the middle. Told you. So this shows consolidation. That's why it died. It hit the trend lines and died down. There'll be resistances, but again, it's showing obvious consolidation. A break over that would be a great day for us. Obvious horizontal triangle. We're at 41, good deal. Negative 40, great deal. Bulls and bears are consolidating, fighting. Whoever wins next will have the next big move. If bears die here and bulls cross over, Kerchu off to the races most likely. STX, a great pick for a consolidation play, especially if you have confidence we're going to be going higher in the market. It could be a great breakout play. Not too risky, plenty of reward. STX, I like it a lot. Next is Vroom, an absolute unit I've called 4 or 5 times because it's been absolutely amazing. This old resistance area, this gap here, resistance, support, oh, support, support, oh, it gapped again. This is a very pivotal spot, the 1490 spot. It comes down a bit farther, hits this area, great buy-in. Can easily see 10-11%, be risking maybe 1 or 2. A 5-to-1 play. Earnings overreaction, it's starting to kind of mellow back out. But anywhere you get near this trend line, it does break it more often. Break. It does break it. So again, I think we have a little bit more room to run. Give me 2%, 3% off, 1450, 1460. Comes down. It'll take 2 or 3 days to consolidate. Usually see the consolidation periods. Consolidate. It comes down, muddles around, takes back off. VRRM, Var Mobility, is getting to value perfectly. Let's check out these indicators. I know I'm a little bit of a cheater, because I like the stock a lot, and that's part of the importance of relationships with your takers. I know VRM like the back of my hand. I can call it anytime it breaks to 200. I know that, and it's doing it here. So I know this stock very well. Break. It's getting there again towards a 200, an obvious value play. As soon as it breaks it, that's your value. RSI could be lower. I don't really care. It reverses plenty towards 36, so 7 pips lower. We're perfect. Stochastic low, bulls low, bears high. It's perfect. 3% lower. VRRM has plenty of potential. I love what I see. Watch list it. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Last and not least, but definitely safest, is Verizon. Now, Verizon, you're going to have to hold for a long period of time, most likely. It's a great long-term investment with little growth, but again, it's because they have 4.13 billion shares. So you don't see the growth in the stock price often. You see the growth with the dividend that's around 5 or 6%. So you got to hold this one for a bit longer. We're looking historically. It gets to 54, and watch, it just bounces up and down, around and around. It comes down, boop, 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 constantly, right? All of this last 2 years, 3 years. 54, even as low as 52, 53. This is where it reverses at. Let it come down a bit farther. Sure, you may see a growth of 10, 11% for a quicker move. It takes about a few months here, like 80, 90 days. But again, you're coming down here, getting the best value for a dividend stock that will eventually reverse around in a beautiful wedge. It doesn't get much lower than $54. Let it come down. But again, you got to hold this bad boy longer. This is a fantastic pick for your long-term investments. It's a fantastic pick. No one's not using cell phones. Idiot. So this is fundamentally a great stock. And again, you'll get some growth if you buy low like here. And again, with the dividends, you should see fantastic returns with Verizon here. Let's check the indicators. Obvious 200 EMA is going to be resistance. Resistance. Again, once we break above that, it's all wrap. You can wait for that crossover you want to. It's 1.7%. So you're not giving it that much growth to see that crossover. But that gives up almost all your growth reward, though, because down here it's such a great value. And again, this is going to give you the best bang for your buck for buying the stock. I think buying value is the obvious choice here. And once you cross over, you may get some extra percent on top of that for about the next 1 to 2 years. 37 is great. Stochastic, so that's great. Bulls low, bears high. This is not my typical play because I don't really talk about dividend investing, but I think it's very important to call what the market shows. I'm not a hack. I don't just find hype plays. I tell you what the market's showing me. I called T the other week because they had a great dividend. They're cutting in half, sadly, so it doesn't count. But Verizon is a fantastic play. I just call great plays. It's a great dividend stock. It's a great value for dividend stock. For long-term traders who want to have some diversity, no-brainer, obviously. And there we have it. That's the show. So if you enjoyed the content, again, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Make sure to comment down below if you had $25,000. What's one stock you would buy now and hold forever? Or just say hello and say what's good, what's cracking, what's up. Otherwise, have a good rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for our last watch list of the week. Thanks.